Here's why Australia should join America's Next Generation Air Dominance, NGAD, fighter jets project. After years of hemming and hawing, the U.S. Air Force has decided to develop a new best-in-the-world fighter jet, the Next Generation Air Dominance Fighter, NGAD, to replace the F-22. Last Thursday, the Air Force released a classified solicitation inviting America's jet makers to submit proposals to develop this sixth-generation fighter. NGAD contractors. All the usual defense contractors are expected to bid on the project. Boeing, Lockheed Martin, and Northrop Grumman to build the sixth-gen aircraft, and Raytheon Technologies to provide electronics, radar, avionics, and General Electric or Pratt & Whitney to make the engines for NGAD. These companies are expected to spend the next 6 months getting and responding to clarifications from the U.S. Air Force on precisely what it wants. A contract award probably won't emerge before late 2024. NGAD specifications. The Air Force has said that NGAD exists to examine 5 major technologies that are likely to appear on next-generation aircraft, with the goal of enhancements in survivability, lethality, and persistence. The one acknowledged NGAD-related technology is propulsion, per a Congressional Research Service, CRS, report published in October 2020. Experts at Global Defense Corp can inform you that the NGAD fighter jets will provide air platforms with multi-domain situational awareness, agile resilient communications, ultra-long-range weapons, hypersonic missiles, and an integrated family of systems based on current developments. That means NGAD will not be a single system but a combination of crewed and uncrewed systems. Other parts of the system are likely to be unmanned escort aircraft to carry extra munitions and perform other missions. The program is employing digital engineering to replace once-in-a-generation, mass-produced fighters with smaller batches of iteratively upgraded platforms of multiple types. The U.S. Air Force said that this approach takes a cue from the digital transformation of the automotive industry, using models to troubleshoot design, assembly, maintenance, and sustainment before physical systems exist. 2 key technologies will be embedded into NGAD, airborne laser weapon and adaptive cycle propulsion rather than traditional fuel-hungry turbofan engine. Compared to the F-22, U.S. Air Force Chief Brown said the NGAD would have increased weapons load and increased range necessary to operate at the great distances required in the Indo-Pacific theater. The NGAD will have some air-to-ground capability to ensure, 1, that it can survive, but also to provide options for our air component commanders and for the joint force, Brown said, suggesting that the NGAD will be able to shoot at air defense systems that threaten it. NGAD variant. Retired General James M. Holmes, former of Air Combat Command, has said there may be 2 variants of NGAD, one with long range and payload for the Indo-Pacific and one more oriented to the relatively short ranges between possible battle areas in Europe. During the hearing, Brown also confirmed that the Air Force did not include more F-35s on its unfunded priorities list because it prefers to wait for the more advanced Block 4 version of the jet. Why should Australia join the NGAD project? The first question many of you would ask is why America would allow Australia to join the NGAD program. With the AUKUS agreement, Australia is getting the most secretive American nuclear propulsion technology and the B-21 stealth bomber if Australia opt to buy the B-21 stealth bomber. So the NGAD is an opportunity for Australia. President Biden advised Prime Minister Albanese during the G7 summit in Japan that Biden administration passed legislation to consider Australian-manufactured defense articles as domestic productions like Canada. If Australia does not join the project now, Australia will miss out on industrial benefits. Australia has purchased 72 Lockheed F-35A jets to form 3 squadrons, with all aircraft scheduled to be fully operational this year. It had initially expressed interest in buying 100. In the Indo-Pacific, China is driving the largest conventional military buildup we've seen anywhere in the world since the Second World War. And much of this buildup is opaque, Merlis said. Australia, a staunch U.S. ally, has joined the United States in pushing back against China's growing power and influence, particularly its military build-up, pressure on Taiwan and deployments in the contested South China Sea. Australia's F-35 will operate for more than 3 decades up to 2055. By this time, if China does the unthinkable by invading Taiwan and destabilizing the Indo-Pacific region, Australia may need more than just F-35A fighter jets. Australia's financial and political investment will be too great to deter China from creating a naval blockade in the Indian Ocean. Although much criticism exists about how Australia joined Joint Strike Fighter program, the F-35 acquisition was Australia's perfect decision during Howard government. The NGAD program will start in 2024 and may see the first aircraft flying by the 2030s. The NGAD could achieve initial operational capability by the 2040s if the U.S. Air Force chooses to concurrency again, meaning the aircraft will be in production and development. Regardless of the manufacturing process, the aircraft may not be fully operational until 2045. NGAD will also provide Australia with long-range 6th-generation fighter jets before the retirement of F-35A stealth jets. Thank you for watching. Comment below and let us know what you think of Australia joining the NGAD fighter jet project.
Be sure to subscribe and follow us on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube and Instagram.